Okay, we're doing our gist jots for Barrio Boy. We're looking at the information, not telling us the events. Make sure your pencils are sharpened. Okay, Pavnor just said we should divide it by beginning, middle, and end. Okay. Beginning, middle, and end. Am I telling us event by event? No, I'm pulling in to see what the author's meaning is. What does the author want me to know? Let's start here. Can you see that? Okay. We're going to start here. First of all, I don't want to say Ernesto moved from Mexico, right? That's not what I want to know. I know in the beginning of the story, Ernesto goes to a new school. This new school means that he is insecure. If that doesn't make sense, right? Not confident. That's what it means. Not confident. We also discussed different parts, that there were some cultural differences, right? So let's write cultural differences in gender roles. It's an R. Also contributed to his insecurities. Because draw an arrow, it was different than what he knew in the past. The difference was creating the fear for Ernesto. Okay? This fear of the unknown. There was also another part of his life that was creating an insecurity. What was that? What barrier was there on top of all these new schools, new cultural differences? Isabella? Language barrier. Η γλώσσα ήτανε διαφορετική και δεν ήξερε τι έλεγε η δασκάλα. I said the languages were very different and he didn't understand what the teacher was saying. Teacher in Greek is daskala. Daskala. Language barrier equaled yet another insecurity or fear, right? Poor Ernesto had all of these challenges. Yep. Remember, notice how I'm not telling you what happened in the story. I'm giving you what the author is trying to teach us. What does the author want us to know? So I'd say this was probably paragraphs 1 through maybe 9. And the middle part will start with paragraph 10. I'm going to go up here in a minute. Hold on. What? Well, I just have to record my gist jots. Everyone wants to do it. Okay. Let's do that middle section. Everyone got most of that? Let's scoot up just a little bit. Now, the middle section, we meet Miss Hopley, we meet Miss Ryan. Everyone's eyes are up here. Thank you so much. We meet the educators that are in the school. And now Ernesto, on top of everything else, has to decide if he likes these people, both of which are women. Okay. Now, what are the things that both Miss Hopley and Miss Ryan do that create a sense of security, finally, for Ernesto? What do they do? What are some things they did? Sana.
Miss Ryan crouched down.
Yes.
So feel a little more comfortable.
Yeah. Yes. So she went down to his level, right? Down to his level. Jaden, can you tell me anything else that Miss Hopley or Miss Ryan did in the story? It's okay, but what can you remember what they did in the story? No? Nothing? Okay. Emily, can you remember anything that both Miss Hopley or Miss Ryan did to help Ernesto not feel bad?
Miss Ryan really lessons.
Yeah, she's put him aside, took him aside and gave him private lessons. Jaden, do you have nothing to write with? Oh, okay. Are you writing what's on the board? Okay. Okay. Mia, what else were they doing? A warm smile. Isn't it nice when someone smiles at you? If they're just like this the whole day long, you're like, what is wrong? Like when someone looks at you and goes, and they smile, you're like, oh, that's so nice. I just feel so much better, right? Their warm smile. Diego. They provided an interpreter, right? Remember how he said he was worried about not knowing what they were saying? Mariah, what else do you think they did? Can you remember anything else they did? How did they react? Did they do anything special for them in class? Right, when he did what? When he did something. Yes, remember when he mastered his sentence? He didn't say butterfly anymore. He said butterfly. She celebrated him. Remember, we talked about celebrating. Kushner, can you think of anything else that they did? Kushner, anything else? Rashawn, sorry. Anything else that they did that made someone feel special? Or they made feel not so fearful? Miss Ryan or Miss Hopkins? Miss Hopley? What? They were nice to him, right? Did they yell at him when he spoke Spanish? No. They were nice about it, right? They're like, oh, that's great. Okay, but we got to focus on English, right? No one got yelled at, okay? So these are all great. Warm smiles. Let's write that. Warm smiles. Something no one mentioned was that Mrs. Ryan was patient, right? She waited for everyone and worked with them. And caring. And you guys all talked about how she helped by taking them aside and giving them one-on-one lessons. Okay? All that equals how much they were kind. That equaled kindness, which reassured Ernesto. Okay? All that kindness that was shown to him reassured him, right? He now likes Miss Hopley, he decided. He then loves Miss Ryan and wants to do well and tries super hard. Okay? And I liked how Mariah brought up how they were celebrated. Celebration plus extra time equaled success. Okay? You probably could be, that's probably paragraph 10 through 13.